You're out of breath. That was a crazy game. What was it like to be a part of that game?
とんでもない試合でしたけど、どうでしたか？いや、必ず無でね、ここまで苦しんでましたけど、必ず打ってくれると思ってたんで、なんとかね、先頭出たいなと思って、初球にたまたまね、甘い球来たんで、なんとかいいところ飛んでくれてよかったなと思います。Yeah, Murakami was, I had a little slump going on, but I knew when it came to crunch time, he was going to come through. I was leading off the inning, and he pitched in the strike zone. I just wanted to get a good swing on it. Hit a decent first pitch. It was right over the zone, so I got over the plate. Got a good swing on it.
You had never faced Gallegos. What were you thinking when you came to the plate?
Sorry. 何を考えて、まだ初めてだったので、まっすぐスライダー、どっちが来てもいいように、もうとりあえず甘い球、ボール球だけ手出さないように、本当フォアボールでもいいと思って、初球たまたまうまかったんで、それ振りましたけど、本当フォアボールでもいいと思っていきました。Yeah, like you said, first time facing him, I know he has that fastball and that short slider. So just anything in the zone, I was going to put a good swing on it and make sure I don't swing at a ball. I just wanted to get on base.
Shohei, that was an incredibly competitive game. How would you describe the spirit of your team?
すごい試合でしたけど、今のチームの感じはどうですか？本当に中継ぎね、由伸も途中もね、チーム立て直していいピッチングしてたんで、もっともっと早く取れればよかったんですけど、本当に最高の勝ちだなと思います。Yamamoto came in, kept us in the game. I wish we could have scored more runs earlier and make it comfortable for the pitchers, but the pitchers came through, and just glad we got this win.
Finally, tomorrow, championship game against Team USA. Will you be available to pitch?
明日、アメリカで決勝戦ですけど、ピッチャーの方はどうなんでしょう？もう本当に行く気で作りますし、それよりもまず最初ヒッティングの方初めに入ると思うので、本当に早めに手を取っていいリズムで最後の方に行ければ十分に勝てるんじゃないかなと思います。I'll definitely be prepared to pitch wherever, but before that, I'm going to have to hit, so make sure I put some runs on the board before I get to pitch.
Good luck tomorrow, Shohei. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ippei.
TBS Japan, right here. TBS.
All right, Kenny. Oh man. Team Japan, no runs over the first 6 innings of this game. They score 6 over the final 3. And we get the final that a lot of people anticipated we could have. Team Japan, Team USA.
You don't want to miss this final if you get a chance to watch it tomorrow. And it's going to be classic and, heartbreak for Mexico. They have been awesome. And it would have been a great final had they been in the finals against the USA. But Japan showed every aspect of what they do, how they pay attention to every detail, and just their grit. And they came back in a game that did not look like they were going to, and won a classic.
Yeah, you mentioned it right there, and we talked about it a little bit before, but what a job by Team Mexico. What a showing for Team Mexico and for that country that loves baseball so much, only getting better. Incredible stuff from them. They fall just short of the championship game. It'll be Team USA and Team Japan for the World Baseball Classic title tomorrow. For John Smoltz and Ken Rosenthal, Joe Davis finishing things up from in the booth, but on the other side of
winner for Japan 6-5 over Mexico, and they go on to the championship game tomorrow night to take on Team USA. My goodness, Munetaka Murakami with the dagger, the 2-run walk-off double. And we're just trying to catch your breath here down the first base line. Big Papi is here, David Ortiz, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. That was a sensational game, but really the last 3 innings had so much going on with a tie, and then Mexico retook the lead, and then that.
Kevin, it was unbelievable. And for Japanese players who are known to be a little bit stoic and non-emotional, to see the emotion in the dugout, Ohtani going crazy with the wave, it was fantastic. By the way, Major League Baseball has hit the lottery with this tournament.
Without a doubt. And let me tell you, watching this Japanese team playing tonight, I was wondering, Kevin, why they were so good. This team lineup is a stud after a stud after a stud. Like, you don't know where you're going to go and at what time, because every hitter has some quality at bat to show at all times.
I love that, Papi. And Kevin, it's the attention to detail, what this great team, what this great culture is known for. Pinch hitting, double, base running. Then the pinch runner scores the run, and there,
Just fundamentals, right? But you think about, Poppy, to your point, you think about the middle of this order for Japan. You've got an MVP in Shohei Ohtani. You've got Yoshida, who just signed a $90 million deal with the Red Sox. He's going to play in Fenway this year. And then you got Murakami, the hero right there, who hit 56 home runs and won the Triple Crown in Japan last year. That's the middle of the order for this
That's
team.
what I'm trying to tell you, Kevin. Like, the guy was 0 for 4, 3 punch out, and then all of a sudden, you can never give up on these batters, because all of a sudden this is what happened. This guy showed that he was so locked in the last at bat. I wasn't surprised of what he did. He ended up doing in the last at bat.
Kevin, for me, there's two elements of Japanese baseball: his heart and his fundamentals. And tonight, they were both in display.
I love what you said, because, look, we've been watching the greatness of Shohei Ohtani since he came to the States, right? It's such a joy to watch. But the emotion. He has never shown that kind of emotion. He showed it earlier in the game, and then the ninth inning leadoff double, he was going crazy. It was awesome.
It was fantastic. And look at this, Poppy. Gets the ball inside out, and when he hits, look at that. It's the emotion. You haven't seen that in a couple years. You haven't seen that ever. And here's the most emotion, flying and then getting his troops ready to go.
He's been hanging out with too many Latinos lately.
He sure has. You love the emotion. You love the grit. And really, like, this is, when you look at it, this is the final that I think a lot of people thought would happen. You've got Japan that won the first 2 World Baseball Classics, hasn't been back in a while. And now Team USA trying to win back-to-back championships. And, Poppy, how about it's Ohtani against Trout?
Oh,
wow.
You like that for tomorrow night?
I can't wait. I might sleep here at the stadium tonight.
I'll be here with you, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, when you look at this, just the intestinal fortitude to come back and win after the Yoshida home run to tie it, and then when Mexico immediately came back and took the lead, you're like, okay, that was impressive. They kind of put them at bay. But for Japan to say, okay, we're not done, and hang in and come back again, because they left so many guys on base tonight, I thought that was impressive.
Kevin, you had last week when they played Korea, Japan, there was almost 70 million Japanese folks watching. I had a buddy of mine in the subway in Japan, and he said everybody was on their phone watching. But look, this game had the feel, Poppy, that the last team that hit was going to win. That was the home team, Japanese. They just kept bouncing back, no strikeouts, hit the ball, base running. They did it all, and it was impressive to watch.
Absolutely. Tomorrow is going to be the battle of the Titans. And it's because the two teams that play their best. I mean, during the whole series, these two teams never show any fear. I mean, U.S. play against Mexico that one game that Mexico ended up beating them.
Yep.
But after that, it was like, okay, let's show the whole world how good we are. And then when you go to the Japanese team, I mean, it's incredible. It's impressive what they end up doing tonight.
Also, the style of baseball, Kevin, this early in the year, mid-March, you're not seeing balls thrown away. You're seeing great fundamentals. You're seeing pitching, offense, power, contact. It's an incredible brand of baseball. The pace has been better. On average, about 3-hour games has just been fantastic.
So we know about Ohtani, but for your Red Sox with Yoshida, right? All the Red Sox fans wondering, what's he going to be like? What's he going to bring to the table? They're down 3-0 in the 7th. He hits a lunar lander that landed halfway up that pole down there. That was an impressive at-bat.
Well, I can give you a quick breakdown about the guy that I saw tonight. This guy can go from one pole to the other. He can use the whole field for power and also for batting average. That's the guy that I saw tonight. Watch this. Bam, change it down and in. That's not an easy piece to drive out. He hit him out.
Yeah, he's got 13 RBIs now, which is the most ever in this tournament. So that's the kind of thing that he's done. Is Lars Newbar going to come on in and join us? Take a seat and try to calm down after all that emotion. Wow, we're reliving it just like you lived it. I mean, what just happened, Lars?
I don't even know. I really don't even know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if you guys figured it out. I was saying earlier, I didn't want us to get like a flag or a penalty for too many men on the field right there at the end of the game when the relay was coming in. So crazy game, man. Crazy emotions. It's good to be on top, though, that's for sure.
Walk me through what's happening in the dugout. You're down 3-0. Your team has all the heart, all the fundamentals, but still 3-0. What are you guys thinking before that home run?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we got, Yoshida's came up so big for us this whole tournament, and we were getting guys on all game long. We just weren't cashing it in. So I think as a group, we kind of had confidence that we were going to scratch them across. It was just a matter of when. We were taking good at-bats. Here it is right here. Unbelievable. But, that's kind of the group mentality. Just never give up. We're playing for our country, the WBC. It's unbelievable.
Poppy.
This is the first time you play with a group of guys like this.
Yeah.
I've been watching the whole game. I see the chemistry in the dugout. What made that ball close so good?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of credit goes to the guys that were there since February. They've been working out as a team since February, and so they know what's at stake, and we got Japan across our chest, and they wear that with pride. Everybody does in the dugout, and so we'd be foolish if we ever gave up during that game, and it just goes to show. These guys are unbelievable, and I'm just glad that they accepted me.
Lars, thought it was so cool. We've seen the greatness of Shohei. He's amazing. But I don't think we've ever seen the emotion that he showed tonight, especially in the ninth inning. He rips that double, and he is flexing like Hulk Hogan out there. Right. I thought that was so cool. What did the dugout feel when he did that? Yeah,
I was saying it earlier. Anytime you see Shohei show emotion like that, you know it's real, and so that gets everybody fired up. When a quiet guy like that with a cool demeanor gets fired up, it lights a fire under everybody, and so. He said earlier he made up his mind that he was going to get on base, and I was like, man, I wish I could just make up my mind and get on base in that situation too. But that just goes to show the greatness of Shohei.
Well, Kevin, if Ohtani was Hulk Hogan, I think my man here was Ric Flair. But it was exciting. What are you guys talking? I mean, obviously you're talking in Japanese. Right. What are the boys talking as they're down? Is there a lot of like, hey boys, let's go? Is the spirits high?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're saying Saigo, let's go. And I'm saying let's go too. And the spirits are always up in that dugout.
Did you say Saigo?
Saigo, let's go. So that's kind of the word that I picked up over the past 2 weeks. The one word that I picked up over the past 2 weeks. But that's just, the team says it so often, and they're just, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but there's just that fire and that mentality with this team that's special.
Let me tell you, Murakami, the guy, he didn't show up early in the game today, or he showed up later in the game. And the guy, the past couple of years in Japan, he has shown some monster numbers.
Yeah.
What type of player he really is.
He's a special player, and like you said, he broke Sadahara O's record of 55 home runs last year. And so having a guy like that to play, he's got so much ability that, as a team, we got so much confidence in him. And so for him to come in like that big, like you said, after not coming in, the way he wanted to perform earlier in the game, that just shows that mentality that he has as a player. As a young player like that, too, to be able to come through like that's huge.
Lars, Sasaki, I know the game was decided late, but this was really, I think, the first time that a lot of folks, especially here in this country, got to see him, right?
Yeah.
I would say he's probably the greatest pitcher that you've never seen, maybe the greatest pitcher that's not in the majors yet. What did you see? What have you seen in his two starts? I mean, watching that tonight was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's special, and he's kind of got that mentality, too. He's got that dog mentality about him, too, where that's what I respect the most about him. He's got crazy ability, but you know what I mean? He wants it bad, and he can't wait to come and show the States what he's got. Obviously today, he was kind of showing it today. So first game I saw, he hit 103. So that sold me right away. I was like, all right, that's all I need to see.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you go up against the U.S., some of your teammates, Goldie, Arenado, a little awkward. How's that going to feel tomorrow?
I'll see if I got a text from them. I won't text them first, but if they text me, I'll respond to them. But I said it earlier. We were talking a lot of smack to each other, and they held up their end of the bargain. So now it's time for the showdown. I'm excited.
How do you say in Japanese, we kick butt?
That's a good Ipe. I need Ipe to come over and help me out there. Yeah, I'm still learning, Poppy.
It's been so gutty this entire tournament, right? When they've come back, they've won close games. I mean, Rose right alone that inning. He had the one catch, then he had the second catch of the inning too, that ended the inning, a deep ball. They just showed so much guts during this tournament. They never got this far. Obviously, it's a heartbreaking loss, Poppy, but what impressed you the most?
Like I say, Kevin, Benji Gil, he did a great job managing the ball club. Mexico, like I say before, wasn't one of the team favorites. When you think about the WBC, you think about the Dominican, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, U.S., Japan, and all of a sudden, Mexico give up with the fight all the way into tonight. Benji did a great job moving his player around, and the team did an unbelievable job attacking and coming from behind every game pretty much.
Poppy, I couldn't agree with you anymore. I mean, Mexico has the heart of a lion. The whole country does. That's why they have the greatest boxers. They can take a punch and they can punch back. They did that tonight. KB, they didn't lose tonight. Japan won, and unfortunately, they were the home team. They hit last, and that was I feel if Mexico had another chance, they would have come back. But good for Mexico, good for baseball, and congrats to Mexico.
Yeah, there's a nice moment, too, when we were coming on the air. Obviously, all the euphoria here with the game ending, but the Mexican team was out here, and their fans applauding them, and they kind of saluted. I thought that was really cool.
It was awesome.
For a tournament that was well played. And it leads up to the championship game tomorrow.